Welcome to the National Championship game at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It's the Texas Longhorns against the Ohio State Buckeyes. As always, great to have Holly Rowe reporting from the sidelines. Holly, what do you have?
Well, guys, Coach knows this is going to be a hostile environment. He said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under Coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. We'll keep an eye on that. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And that one will bounce out of the... end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Offense showing a bunch formation now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Going absolutely nowhere. That'd be a loss on the play. Longhorns will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something, and they're able to do that right here. You quarterbacks out there, when you're throwing the football down the field, you cannot let your eyes track the ball. You've got to keep your eyes on the target. Like shooting a three-pointer, you keep your eyes on the rim. If you keep your eyes on the target, that ball is going to fall perfectly into place. A lot of times when your eyes go up, you tend to overthrow it like we see here.
To the air, it's Manning. Looking for the wideout. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, anytime you can convert a 3rd and long, that is a huge plus. And it's a great play call from this offensive coordinator. And then really good execution from the quarterback. You've got to stand in there, find a good option, the right matchup that you want, and then deliver an accurate pass. And he's able to do that for a nice conversion. First down for this offense.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Really good timing from this secondary. The contact arrives right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. gun now on third down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Not quite enough for the first down. It'll be fourth down and just inches. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out.
Well, this is the risk you run. You're going to be this aggressive on the opening series of the game, and they don't get it. And now the momentum is clearly on the other side. What a great job by that defense. And now if I'm the offense going on the field, I'm going to be aggressive right away. In this sudden change environment, why not take a shot? In the first couple of plays, I think they put the ball in the air.
And the runner takes off to his right. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
What a really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier. And a great tackle in the backfield.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Takes the handoff again. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle.
What will the call be on third and long now from the 44?
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
The Buckeyes will send their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. This is an absolute boomer of a punt. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The back's got it. Breaks into the clear. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain getting closer to midfield.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact.
The receiver grabs it. Breaks into the clear. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns. They draw first blood in this national title game. And for this offense, that possession was more like it. Maybe they flushed out some of the early nerves in this championship game. Really executed that time to jump on top.
I totally agree. That first series, it really didn't look like them. We covered them all year long, in particular down this stretch run. And that first series really wasn't what they were all about. But this is the brand of football that we have seen over the last few weeks. It's efficient, it's physical, and in particular on the outside, these guys can go and get it. So beautiful drive right there, and sticking in the end zone, garnering that early momentum, huge for a national championship game.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Here he goes. Now the 40. They can't stop him. At the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State, as they answer with their first score of this title game. So this offense responds after falling behind. A satisfying drive, but also a relief drill. They get in the end zone, they match the earlier score from your opponent, and now they can feel better about things.
Way better about things. You don't want to go down multiple scores, in particular in a championship environment. Great job executing by this group, and now if I'm the offensive coordinator, I look at that drive, and I ask myself, what's working? How can I attack this defense moving forward? Take the success that you've already had and replicate that in later drives.
Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series.
The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry up.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on first down, is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on first.
Cannot escape. They tackle him right at the line of scrimmage. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Looking to throw here. Makes a quick grab. Breaks into the clear. Look out, off and running. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Texas.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
PAT puts them in front by 7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge. Let them get out.
He's got a crease. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable third down situation, and the entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground.
Well, Chris, if you want to win in the playoffs, you've got to be a good third down team. And here early in this game, they're able to get into third and short and convert and move the chains. This is something to watch the rest of the game. Can they have first and second down success and put them in position for an easy conversion?
So Texas has the lead as we break for the quarter. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
That's really solid defense, being gap sound here in their defensive front seven. And they're doing a great job against this run game. They knew that that was going to be a point of emphasis here today. They wanted to stop the run first, and they're doing that.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Trying to find some room. It's Jackson. Fights off a defender. Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pen him in.
Yeah, Chris, I like this play right here because after a 2nd and 10, what you want is just a manageable 3rd down. I've always thought, like, hey, get half of this back, create a 3rd down that's more manageable for the play caller and for the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done here.
Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Completion to the tight end. They make the stop at the 47. That's enough for a 1st down.
Well, this is the advantage of a good quality big tight end, is that he can basically just post up the defense on a 3rd down and you create a 1st down for your offense. This is the type of mismatch that I think they should exploit the rest of the day.
That's a nice stiff arm. Doesn't produce much, just a small gain.
Well, Chris, it's kind of like rinse and repeat on these sets of downs here. Foley run on 1st down, move the chains on 2nd and 3rd down, and stay on the field. This line is doing one heck of a job, in particular on 1st down.
Inside the 30. You make the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Ball handed off. He shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. It's a short game.
Well, the key to 3rd down success is being good on 1st down, and here the defense does a great job on 1st down of bowing up and stopping the run, and that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after them.
The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Well, they make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 6.
This offense is able to gain yards, run the football near the goal line. That is tough to do, and it sets you up for a little play action here. This defense has got to account for this run game because they're gaining positive yardage. Do you go play action? Maybe even get the quarterback on the outside.
And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, as an offense, this is a tough position to be in on the field. You don't have a lot of space because of the back of the end zone. I like crossing routes in this situation. Get your tight ends, your backs, your slot receivers moving across the field on this 3rd down.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They go to the air to reach the end zone.
Chris, at first I thought he was going to get picked off here. He throws that ball right into traffic, and his wide receiver bails him out. This is when a player goes above the X's and O's. The defense does everything right. They're in position to make a play, and the wide receiver makes the offense right because he goes and snatches that ball in a contested catch.
And it's a squib kick taken by one of the up men. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Well, these run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage 2nd and 3rd down opportunities.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And he goes out of bounds right at the midfield mark. Longhorns come to the line on the hurry up.
Man, seeing a passing game in rhythm is so fun to watch, and here this quarterback is clearly in rhythm, playing with a lot of confidence, and he gets this ball all the way down the field. It's a nice play by the wide receiver. It's just great execution all the way around.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the pressure's on. Escapes the pocket. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, tomorrow when this quarterback coach grades this film, he's going to put a plus next to this play for the quarterback. Not only does he make the right read, but he picks up a nice bit of yardage, and he avoids the hit and steps out of bounds. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. They'll try to run for the 1st down. Longhorns pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs.
Body blows, body blows, body blows. You run the football like this, you gain 5, you gain 6, time and time again. That play-action pass is going to be at your disposal. You can get to the RPO. Everything on offense becomes easier. This line is doing a great job. This back is running hard.
So second down after the incompletion. He'll hand it off. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8. And a timeout now by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. Now the Longhorns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. You've heard of the 5th down play? Here's a punt on 3rd down. And the kick angles out of bounds, so no return. Here. So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. A handoff to the back. Fighting off the defender. Breaks 1 tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Ball handed off. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Ohio State will call their 2nd timeout. They still have 1 more in their pocket for the rest of the half.
When we talk with these coaches, they talk about the key for the defensive lineman, in particular in the middle of that line, is block destruction. Look at him get off the block, and he's able to make a play, this time in the backfield.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. Here he goes. Past the 20. Crosses the 10. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Massive touchdown right here in a tie ball game going into the half. And they're able to get the ball in the end zone, take the lead, and no time left for the opposition. That is just a crucial point in this game, and great execution by this offense.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. And so the first half comes to a close. We'll take a break here in the booth and head over to our halftime show. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Looking for blockers. Slips through the line. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He'll be out of bounds at the 11-yard line, and what a return to get this offense on the cusp of a score. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Owens. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. From the gun, the ground game. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long, and you can have that kind of success on first down running the football. It just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Get it out on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, running back on the move. Could be an alley. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to run, it's Riley. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Throwing Russell. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. To the air, it's Russell. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They want to run this quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The extra point here would tie the game.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Starts to return inside his 5. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback keep. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep 3rd downs manageable for this offense.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Throwing Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Now on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Reed. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. Nope.
There's a crease. The 20. Touchdown, Aggie. Rolling his way into the end zone. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times they'll fit up front. You know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Russell. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, remember, the defense allowed a rushing touchdown to this quarterback on the last drive, so a nice job making some adjustments on the sideline. They look like they've got a little bit of a better plan for him, and more people are more aware of when he's going to keep the football. That time, they don't just get a sack, but they generate a massive loss.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets a block. Can they catch him? He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Great place to start for this offense. Using his legs, it's Owens. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to him on the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keelan Russell. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down.
These situations in football come up all the time. You practice them all throughout the week. Short yardage, gotta have it situations. I am not bringing my punt unit on the field. I got a bow.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Russell. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. sends it back in motion. Throwing Russell. Makes the grab. It's Rodgers. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I think quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Third and short now from their own 48. Again, it's Russell. Makes the grab. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They'll ride the hot hand. Surge ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Using his feet. Picks up the first down. Here's a little room there. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Russell. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. That's the 50. 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense putting points on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And how about the defense coming up huge? It looked like this was going to get really, really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer. Force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They looked like they were about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Gets the back moving. Keelan Russell. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack.
Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field. And oftentimes, he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost.
Hey, man, offensively, you just got to know when the play is over, and you got to live to play the next down. That was not a good decision there by the ball carrier. He had a chance to just go down when that play was over. Instead, he tries to do something too heroic, and the offense sustains a massive loss.
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Punt is on its way. Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. The offense changing the play. Here's Reed to throw. Got a man, it's Craver. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to pass, it's Reed. Grab near the marker, it's Horton. Great move, now he's got room. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Aggies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work.
Ready. Black 14. Black 14. Ninja.
Reed. Here's a heat. Showing off the arm. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Now from inside the red zone. Oh, they're after him. Chucked it away just as he was hit. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
From the gun on third down, Reed. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time.
And these are super tough spots for the offense to be in. Third down and long, in the red zone. The field is so small. Defenses can play so aggressive. QB didn't like anything he had, and honestly, he knows he's got a field goal in his pocket if he wants it. Just throws the football away.
And this one is perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Throwing Mack. Off the bench, arm loose, but the first one is incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock. The Aggies offense will have another go at it.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Maybe some room here. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Russell on play action. Pressure coming. And down he goes. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That's the sophomore safety that the trainers are taking a look at. We'll let you know how he's doing as soon as we find out. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
It'll be 3rd and long. Throwing Russell. Going deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Blue 22.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the 2nd half.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. 4th down, Reed. Unloads it left. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Texas A&M going quickly.
139 out the truck. 139 out the truck.
Throwing Reed. Had to get rid of it quickly. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. glad to have you with us from Stillwater, Oklahoma, Boone Pickens Stadium. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Seminoles head coach before the game. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Cowboys headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. DB's right up on the receivers. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Noles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Bunch formation for these receivers. Pulls it in, it's Young. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. Motion from the back. Looking to fire. On target. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Wilson, hey, Wilson, hey.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quick completion on the out. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Wide receiver going in motion. They just keep firing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Gets it out quickly. Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Richard. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give to the lone running back. Across the 25, he's got room. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got enough for the first. Finding some room. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And you're going to continue to feed this man the ball. How about game 1 over 100 yards? How about game 2 already over 100 yards? This guy is getting the ball a lot, and there's a reason why. He's productive every time he touches it. This dude is a game breaker.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Barnes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Pulls it, fired complete. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go right back downfield. Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Final play of the quarter coming. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got it. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
The Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Dances away, trying to get rid of it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Hawkins. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Cowboys headed quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Quickly to the tight end. Might have a chance. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit, but they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch down the right side. Wide open spaces. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
I just love that about this team because right when it looks like the opponent has just a glimmer of hope, scoring a touchdown on the last drive, they just come right back out, David, and they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on your throat. They stay aggressive and score a touchdown of their own.
It's just such an explosive offense, man. They can hurt you so fast. They're so dangerous. Defenses don't know what to do. You're right. Great answer. You give up a touchdown, you go right back and get you one.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a gap. It's Hawkins. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the full.
They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past?
Hauls it in, the first down and more. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw it. A spectacular one-hand grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback, and when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser, going to him, breaking on the football, getting the tackle.
He's got it, first down and more. Just steamrolling the defense. He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play.
Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Looking deep. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers in how to get back in this football game.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. The defense finally came up with a play.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
It's not just about sacks and getting the quarterback on the ground. When you can hurry him up, speed up that thought process, get near his legs, all those things lead to incompletions and sometimes mistakes.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete to the right. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Bringing the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Quarterback adapted. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Appalachian State taking on the number 16 team, the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Mountaineers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Right on the money. And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be fourth down. They'll run for it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
4th and inches anywhere on this field. I don't care if it's in the red zone, on your own goal line. If you have their offensive line, I'm going for it, and you just saw it right there. Get it done.
The keeper on the option. Maybe a crease. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Green. At the 20, he's got space. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Never getting stumped on that 2nd down. Don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Might be calling a hot route. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Across the 45. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Handoff to the single running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
There's some room. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's...
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown Seminoles. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. The 30. He's at the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. But I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on it and more attention to it.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it. Got enough for the first. Racing down the left side. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. His third touchdown of the game and 12th of the season.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Barnes. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Running to Green. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a 4th down?
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in 4th and short.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
The running back has it. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? To the air, it's Daniels. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, need a conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the running game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
and they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Young. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Wants to throw again. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. 4th down, gotta have it here. Spits it out to the back. This time he's got his man. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
I love those smashes when you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
On the run, it's Hawkins. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. They're going to ride this running back.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Throws to the wideout. Has it. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And now they've decided to go for two. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. Wants to pass. Under fire. He's got it. They convert the two, and they take the lead here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Daniels. Unleashes it. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Here comes the heat. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. The defense making...